December is bourbon lovers' absolute dream or nightmare because it is the Pappy and BTAC season. Everyone wants to hunt and find that one lucky bottle. Was I able to get any? Let's find out. Also, I'll show you my whiskey haul for December, show you how I got them, how much I got it for, and where I got it. And as a bonus, I'll show you all the bottles I had to pass up on because, well, you just can't get them all. Welcome to Whiskey. My name is David. And first, we'll start off with the bottles I passed up on. So the first two bottles, 2XO. I guess it's a combo. First, the Gem of Kentucky, barrel number 55, coming in at $200, and the Tribute Blend coming in at $81, both at Total Wine & More, both at the Huntington Beach store. I saw them, the Tribute Blend is now on sale for $81. It used to be $95 here, so it feels like they're trying to move it. It still didn't entice me to get it. I haven't seen enough of good reviews, and obviously I haven't had a pour of it to judge for myself. Gem of Kentucky, I heard is pretty good, but even Dixon Denman himself said his favorite barrels were between 20 to 30. So the fact that it was barrel number 55 didn't really motivate me to get it. So passed up on those. So the next bottle I passed up on, Rare Character Rye Whiskey, aged 6 years, 10 months, and finished in Amurata cask at $105. This was in Total Wine & More in Tustin. I just didn't feel like spending another $105 on an Amurata finish. I heard this was a good one, but I had 2 or 3 bottles. They taste pretty similar. They're Cinnamon Toast Crunch-ish. And the next one I passed up on, Old Forester Single Barrel Strength Bourbon, coming in at $78. This one at Total Wine & More at Laguna Hills. Most of these are going to be at Total Wine just because they usually sell it at retail price and they sell it pretty quick. But this one, great price, great whiskey. I just have 2 or 3 bottles already. I just don't need another one. So maybe I'm spoiled, but there's about 2 or 3 liquor stores in my 10-mile radius of my house that I could literally go right now and pick it up for $80. So I know they come in spurts. I'm pretty sure in a couple of months I'll be maybe looking for one, but I have 2 or 3 bottles, so I don't think so. Next one, Woodford Reserve Master Collection Sonoma Triple Finish, coming in at $150, and this one again at Total Wine & More at Laguna Hills. I believe it was the same day. $150. I'm not a finished whiskey bourbon rye guy. Again, I passed on the Amurata from Rare Character. I passed on with this one. I heard it's really good. If you like finish, I heard this is one of the best. But I just don't like him that much, and to spend $150 plus tax, so probably $160 to buy something that I might like and I might not like at all. All right, the next one, and maybe I'll get a couple of comments on this one to say I should have picked it up. Angel's Envy Cask Strength Bourbon, coming in at $230. This one coming in again at Total Wine in Tustin. I went after work like I usually do once or twice a week, and I saw it right in their glass case. And I took the picture and said no. Just like last month, I passed up on the Cask Strength Rye. I just don't like anything Angel's Envy. And so why spend $250 out the door to even see if I like it? I know Bourbon Junkies really, really likes this, and they call it one of their favorites of the year. And it worth every penny. But for me, I regret it. I'll just take that $250 and buy another Carter and I guess drink my sorrows away. So passed up. Next one I passed up on, Smoke Wagon Private Barrel, 6+ years from El Cerrito Liquor, coming in at $200. Now, this liquor store is located in Corona, California, but $200 for a 6-year-old, it's gonna be hard for me to do. Now, I understand they were aged in Nevada, and so they're probably closer to 10, 12, or even 14 years aged in Kentucky because of the temperature and the fluctuation. But still, $200? I know Smoke Wagons have a great reputation, especially for their private barrels. And I believe their 13-year-old or their 14-year-old has gotten rave reviews, and people, compare those to the BTACs. But, if they were like 100, I'll definitely have tried it, but 200? just couldn't pull the trigger. Now, maybe I'll regret it. Maybe it's the best thing since sliced bread, but I'll take that chance. The next three I passed up on are ones that's actually above MSRP, but I really want these bottles. So I almost pulled the trigger. So let me know if I should have. First one, Val Nord 20 year Pellegrine, coming in at $250. This one was at High Times in Costa Mesa. So they posted on their Instagram, they had it, and then they posted online, and they had 2 in stock. And it sold out within 10 minutes. So I didn't, I couldn't really think long. But $250, and I really didn't, like, if you guys saw my Found North Batch 7 video, I wasn't super impressed. So maybe it's just my palate and their whiskeys, but that's why I decided to pass it. From all the things I could read, it's fantastic. So maybe I made a mistake. Well, let me know if I should have picked that one up. The next one I passed up on, and most of you guys would be like, why even think about it? It's so overpriced, would be Maker's Mark Cellar Aged, coming in at $400 in Natty's Liquor Store in Costa Mesa. I know MSRP is $150, and it's double MSRP, more than double MSRP. So most of you guys may be like, oh, why even think about it? But this is my, if obviously, the BTAC would be my #1 wish list, but right below that would probably be this bottle that I couldn't get. So, I mean, I love the Maker's Mark, everything except for maybe the BEP. So I really wanted it. I really wanted to have a bottle, but I couldn't find it at all, even close. Even if it was like $250, I would have bought it in an instant. But at $400, I had to pass up on it. And the last one is from the same liquor store, Natty's in Costa Mesa. They had a Christmas sale. That's why both of them were kind of lower priced. The Four Roses 135th limited edition small batch. I know MSRP is like $250, and so it's not double MSRP in this case. And this one actually only stood in for, I think, was online for a couple hours before it sold out. So I guess people thought it was a good buy. And I almost pulled the trigger too. But I mean, I heard it's fantastic. It's probably the best limited edition in years. And so in 135th, it would be a nice one to have. But 400 plus tax ended up being 430. I think they also charge an online fee and stuff like that. So it would have been 430, 440. Come on. But it's okay, because all the bottles I did get in December really did smooth the pain away. If you're enjoying this content, please push that like button. It really does help me out. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I know you're cool like that. Finally, on to the bottles I was able to get, because it's kind of sad talking about only the bottles you can't get, right? So first one is actually a pretty special one. Springbank 10. Now, you're probably thinking, this is a single malt. I understand. And I'm just getting into single malts, just to expand my palate, just to kind of have a diverse experience, so I could experience the bourbons and the ryes and American whiskeys a lot better as well, because you need to be, diverse in all whiskey in order to try to, give you the right notes, the palates, and everything else that I'm trying to get. But this was a gift from one of my viewers, and I can't say his real name, but he does have an Instagram profile called DefCast. Great pictures, great whiskeys that he posts up on there. So follow him on Instagram. He actually gave me a sample of Springbank 10 and Springbank 15, and that's what kind of put me in the road onto the single malts. The next bottles are the Found North single barrels. They are season 1 with 19-year-old rye whiskey, 12-year-old rye whiskey, and 21-year-old corn whiskey blends. And one is finished in new wood, char number 1, and the other one is a PX sherry butt cask. Now, you're probably asking me, you don't like Found North, why'd you get these? Well, first of all, they're single barrels, so it's kind of cool. I never had a Found North single barrel. Second, a friend of mine who had a couple of backups and said, you know what, you want to try these? I was like, sure. And he's like, well, can you give me something, to, I guess basically trade? All right. And I gave him a list of a couple of bottles I had, and he chose the Yates Taylor Straight Rye and Eagle Rare. I was like, all right, that's a pretty fair trade. So I traded those and got these. And so I'm looking forward to them. I love trying new whiskeys. even though I wasn't that fond of Fountain North, it's still or batch 7, still a good bottle. I still drink it from time to time. I just didn't think it was worth $140, $50. But the single barrels, I mean, from what my friend told me, they're great. So might as well try something new. All right, the next bottles. First, it's gonna be the 1792, age 12 years, and then the E.H. Taylor Straight Rye. The reason I was able to trade one of these is because I got the backup right here. What the price? I got this for 60. I got this for 90. Where I got it at what we call an AVP store, or Aversons, Bonds, or Pavilions. It's under the Safeway umbrella. That's why we just call it AVP. The reason I can't tell you which store, because there's been a lot of incidents these days where either we post it up on Facebook or Instagram and say, hey, I was able to get these bottles at this Pavilions or this Bonds or this Ralph's or whatever, or Stater Brothers. And people would go there and just be rude, just be asses. They'll demand that they saw the Facebook post, they'll put their phone and be like, hey, this guy just got it here an hour ago. I know you guys have it. And the employees will be like, we're out, or, we don't have it anymore. Or they're just like, I don't know where they are. And they would just threaten to call the corporate, or just, some of them even threatened to call the cops. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? And so there's just been too many incidents, and it just puts everybody in a bad place, right? Puts the person who put it up on Facebook now just, whoever the liquor manager is or the employee, they're gonna look at that person and never give them anything again just because of this. They're afraid they're gonna post it up. And then second is the employees are now just gonna be super guarded. Okay, so you can consider it whatever you want, but even if they're holding it for their best customer, even if they're lying to you that they don't have it, it's to be fortunate or unfortunately, depending on what side of the fence you're on, they have the right to do that. It's a business. A lot of businesses do that. Banks do that. Warehouses do that. Total Wine and More does that. Every business has some type of, perks for VIPs or, very important customers. I wish, and I'm pretty sure you wish, and I'm pretty sure the employees wish that there was so many of these that they could just put it on the shelf and you could just pick it up whenever you want at retail price, and they don't have to bother you about it. They all wish they could do that, but they can't. And it sucks. And the more people are rude, the more they can't do it. So please be nice, and hopefully, I don't have to not be able to tell you where I got these bottles. So anyways, that was just a little bit of rant. Just be nice to people, be nice to employees. At the end of the day, it's just whiskey. There's plenty of good whiskey on the shelf. So please, just don't be an ass. The next two bottles, on to brighter news. It's gonna be the ASW cask strength wheated bourbon, coming at 120.6 proof, and it's finished in toasted barrels. And then it's gonna be K-Luke batch 7, coming in at 116.4 proof. Both of these I got at CO Box during their 12 days of Christmas. I got the K-Luke for $110, and I got the ASWs for $75. I love the ASW filler, Georgia Heartwood. So when I saw the toasted, I was trying to get it during the first release. I couldn't get it. So I was very excited when they did the 12 days of Christmas. They released it at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I went in, refreshed, saw this, and bought it right away. And right before I bought this, they also had the K-Luke Batch 7. So I got it together. Might as well, because hey, more good bourbons, the better. The next two bottles, I'm calling the Wooden Box series. It's gonna be the Booker's Batch 4 from 2023, the Storyteller's Batch, and then the Little Book Chapter 7 in retrospect. This one coming in at 118.1 proof, and the Booker's coming in at 127.8 proof. I actually wasn't gonna buy a Booker's in 2023. I was kind of disappointed in 2022. I think they were a little lackluster, at least compared to their previous batches in 2019 and 2020. So, but this one, the Storyteller's Batch, has gotten great reviews. So, you know what? I gave Booker's another chance. And then the little book, well, the chapter 7, I had 3 pours in 3 separate occasions. One's at a bar, one's at a sample, one's at a friend's house. And they are all fantastic. I absolutely enjoyed it. So when I saw these 2 as a combo up in Total Wine Tustin at $95 and $120, and they're both sitting right there side by side, I was like, you know what? It's meant to be. So bought it. I'm gonna do a review on both of these. Hopefully you guys will enjoy them. Next 2 bottles came in a Christmas sale at Lucky One Liquor Store down in Mission Viejo. So it's going to be the H. Taylor single barrel store pick coming in at 100 proof, and the Stag store pick coming in at 137.3 proof. These came at $150 at a bundle. The bundle included 1 Michter's. So you can choose any of the Michter's. I chose the bourbon and I chose the American whiskey for each bundle. And they came at $150. So these are about $40, right? So if you think about it, that means I got these at $110 a piece. Oof. They also had the Weller Foolproof bundle for $150. They had the Weller Antique 107 bundle for $125. They also had a store pick Blanton's for $100 and the Eagle Rare for $50. But that's some great bundles. I mean, yes, it's slightly above MSRP, even if you consider it a bundle, even if you consider this $40. But for a store pick, it's a no-brainer. So thank you, Lucky One. Always follow your local liquor store's Instagram. I saw this, they posted up the day before. I believe he did it Wednesday. I was able to, take an early lunch and drive down there. I believe about 3 hours or 4 hours after opening, and they still had plenty. So please check your Instagram. You'll be able to find great deals like this. And the last bottle that I was able to get for my haul in December, Russell's Reserve 13 Batch 4 at $180 at Dimension Liquor in Lake Forest. How was I able to get it? Instagram. So they had a New Year's Eve sale. They posted it up and I saw it and I was contemplating. I believe they had about 3 bottles. Went to the store, they had 1 left. The MSRP is $150. $180 ain't so bad. And when's the next time I'm gonna see in Russell's 13? So even though I think it's slightly overpriced, I bought it. I don't want to say I regretted it, but the problem is, this is a batch 4, as I mentioned. I thought the one I had at home was batch 5, but that's also batch 4. So I actually wanted a different batch, or I wanted the batch 5. And so I might have to try to see if any of my friends have the batch 5 and they were willing to, trade me with the batch 4, but we'll see. We'll see how it is. But at the end of the day, having another Russell's 13 ain't so bad. Well, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get any BTACs or Pappies this year. Sucks, but hey, that is life. I got great bottles. I'm just thankful and grateful for the great bottles I was able to get, not only in December, but all of 2023. And I'm really thankful and grateful for all of you guys. It's been a fun 2023. I've been doing this now for about, I think I started in April, and so it looks like about 8 months. And I promise, or I guess the best way to put it is, I promise I will work hard and do my best to provide better and more entertaining content in 2024. So please stick around, and hopefully you guys will see me improve and you guys will be entertained at the same time. So thank you for a great 2023, and I hope to see every one of you guys in 2024. Cheers.